Out of time. Sorry, guys. So I had advanced computer apps with Miss Finning, I think it's her name. Let's see, I'm trying to think here, guys. I remember one really big thing about ninth grade. There was this one teacher that nobody liked. Well, I'm not going to say that. Me and Chris didn't like. Chris was my assistant and computer lab assistant. We both went around fixing computers. This teacher was constantly smarting off at us and did not like us. I don't know what he had against us, but he did not want us coming in his classroom, and he did not want us touching his computer. We later found out, and he was arrested for it, sex with many of his students, ninth grade students, might I add. He was 29 when he was convicted. So, now we know why he didn't want us on his computer, right? He's actually still in jail, and I'm glad he is, because he's a jerk. So whatever. That was junior high. I did 3 months or 2 months in ninth grade, and that's when I actually quit school. February of 2006 is when I quit school. And I'll tell you why. And this is a really stupid story, and I'll just go ahead and tell you straight up, it's stupid. I only tell a few people about why I quit school, and I made a stupid decision. I should have just transferred schools. That's what I should have done. Miss Comer, I had her for like a month, maybe. A month of those 2 months. And I decided that her class was not for me, and I did not like it. And I told the office that I did not want her class anymore, because it was getting to the point where she would give us work to do. And, I'm not the fastest person at doing work in the world, but there was a point where she would give everybody work to do, and the first 5 to finish the work could go make cookies or bake a cake or whatever, because it's home ec, that's what you do. But the rest of us had to sit and work. And if we wasn't finished by the end of that class period, guess what? You don't get any of those cookies. You get to sit there and smell them get cooked, but you don't get to eat them. No, that was not working for me, because I could not finish before the class period. I had to take it home and do it lots of times. So the last day there, I missed her class because I was in the office getting the stuff switched over. Well, I didn't show up for her class the next day, and they told her why. They told her I'd transferred. She wrote me up for not coming and getting my homework for that day that I was in the office, and doing it and returning it to her. Technically, I was only supposed to be in her class that day because I was in the office transferring to Mr. King shop. I was in Mr. King's class for a matter of days before I quit school, because when she wrote me up, they called me to the office and told me I had missing work from her class, and I explained the situation to them, and they told me that it was still my fault and that I should have went and got the work and done it, that I was to do the work and return it to her and serve 3 days lunch detention, and I said I will do no such thing. I was not in her class that day. That work is not mine. I don't have to do it, and I will not serve 3 days lunch detention for that bitch. I didn't say bitch, but I was mad. I told my mom about it, and there really wasn't anything she could have done. Could have went to school, cussed them out, but what good would that have done? When I didn't show up for lunch detention the next day, nor did I turn in any work, they called me to the office and told me I had 5 days in school detention, in school suspension. If I did not show up for that on Monday, that I would be suspended from school for a week. That Sunday I turned 16. At 16 you can legally drop out. That Monday I did not go back. Miss Comer, Tammy Comer, you ruined my life. Fuck you. I'm sorry. If you ever see this, I hate your guts. I hope you die. Thank you. And like I said, guys, it's a stupid decision. I could have switched to East McDowell High, East McDowell Junior High. I was at West McDowell Junior High. I could have switched to East McDowell Junior High easily, gotten new teachers, started all over, and done fine. Why I didn't, I don't know. And that was a really good time for me, actually. Ninth grade, my mom had she had bought a Mustang like a year before. We had a 2001 Mustang GT. That thing was hot. I wanted to drive it so bad. But amongst me dropping out of school, I was no longer qualified for driver's ed. I had to wait till I was 18 to get my license. We ended up losing that car. It was a recession. Money was tight, so things had to come before a car payment, like food. And one day a big tow truck backs up in the yard, and they're backing up to our Mustang, and there it went. So, we lost it. Whatever, shit happens. So, that's about as much as I remember of my entire school life. The next video will be graduating. I did actually graduate. Even though I dropped out and I did what I did, So stay tuned. Oh, I can't cut it off? What the crap?